Hey, it's Rhythm Droid. I'm glad to be with you again. I wanted to share something with you that you might find helpful. It certainly has been interesting for me. I was recently asked to think about events in my life in which I was the most amazed and proud of myself. What things that I look back on and go, wow, pretty awesome. And when I thought about it, the answer surprised me. Some of the moments that I look back on in my life with just a lot of being impressed and going like, wow, what did I do? That's amazing. It was moments when I did not think about my personal limitations. I did something without taking stock at all of, would this be possible if I could do this? Did I have the ability to do this? Um, and of course, I crashed and burned completely. I was totally naive about my inability to do something, but I went with it with total belief that I could, only to find out, oh, what are you thinking? You're totally expecting that you can succeed at this, but you couldn't. Um, it was that total confidence, that almost naive confidence. I look back and I'm like, man, I want to be more like that. Strangely enough. So one of the times I was probably about 18 years old. I had just started college, and I had thought, wow, what a cool idea it would be to transfer over to a college in Japan and study filmmaking at a college in Japan. I was 18 years old, didn't speak that much Japanese, and I remember going there in the summer. I had saved up my money and I had gone there to travel, probably 18, maybe 19 years old. And I actually visited a campus, and went to the admissions office and asked for an admissions packet, all in Japanese, couldn't read barely any of it. And and it took me a while when I got home to the United States and I was looking through the admissions packet and kind of imagining, how in the world am I going to study in Japan at a university that doesn't have an English speaking cinema program. It was just kind of a crazy idea, and yet I actually took steps into that crazy idea to find out that it was kind of a crazy idea. And one other instance happened actually only a year or two after that, in a similar vein. I was traveling in Japan in the summer, and I found out that there was an open campus day in a design university near Kobe. And I thought, well, I'm here in Japan. Why don't I go to the open campus day at the design university and take a look around? Maybe I can study design at this design university in Kobe, in Japan, in Japanese. So I show up at the open campus day and they say, oh, well, what department are you interested in? I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess, well, industrial design sounds cool. So they said, okay, go over here to the industrial design, where the industrial design prospective students are gathering. So I went and I show up in this little classroom, and I'm the only foreigner there, and the teacher is talking about the fundamentals of industrial design and what you do in the program, and I understood only about 15% of it. And I remember walking out of the university that day going, oh, maybe that's kind of a crazy idea to, study at a Japanese university when you don't really speak it that well. And yet, that optimism, or whatever you want to call it, that not knowing my limitations, but just taking steps towards it anyway, those are some of my most precious memories, actually. I didn't stop myself for any reason. I don't know why, but those are some of my precious memories. So I thought I'd share that with you, and maybe you know some times in your life where you've acted in that way, where you had no idea that the proposition was totally unrealistic, but you decided to take forward steps anyway. And when you found out that it was totally unrealistic, you weren't down on yourself. You were just like, oh, well, now I know, but that was pretty cool trying it anyway. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you, and I hope you're well, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.